Yep. Saturday night, and the lights are low. And I have absolutely nowhere to go. Not feeling sorry for myself, don't misunderstand. On the contrary, I'm pretty switched on tonight. But while others are away out to dinner, entertaining at home, going to a movie, and doing all sorts of other things which traditionally people do on a Saturday night, I've been fiddling with some of the scripts for Mirador television. When it starts broadcasting again at 8 o'clock on Monday morning from a new venue. We've tried it once, works beautifully. Up until now, for the last 2 years, we've been broadcasting from the White Hart Hotel, but God bless it, it's been sold. And it's likely to be closed for the guts of a year. So we were homeless. But God bless Declan at the Black Horse. He's welcomed us with open arms. And that's where, as of Monday morning, we'll start to broadcast again. But you know, we not only start to broadcast, it's a watershed. I'm incredibly proud of where Mirador is right now. People in Lewis really don't give a fig one way or the other. If we disappeared tomorrow, they wouldn't care. But we say that we are local, not parochial. We deal in things of interest to this community, but to 100 other communities, 1,000 other communities in other parts of the world. And that's where we go. Not only to Lewis, but to other parts of the world. And we do a bloody good job of it. Despite the fact that a prophet is without honor in his own country, not too many people pay that much attention to Mirador here at home. We are local, but not parochial. We don't deal in lost dogs, broken down cars. We try to bring in the views, news, the chatter, the gossip from other parts of the world, so that in this small town, and in 100 like it, we can chew over the way we used to in the pub. What's going on? What are the rights and wrongs? What are the government doing? What are the major nations doing? What's going on somewhere in the world? I said I'm incredibly proud of Mirador. We've been going for damn near 7 years now. Through thick and thin. And of that 7 years, 6.5 have been thin. We've had no money. The establishment, the political establishment particularly, have seen fit to ignore us almost totally, with one or two exceptions. Industry and commerce have given us short shrift, but we've stuck with it. We started when, way back in approximately 2015, it became possible to broadcast on a phone. And I sat outside the coffee shop, Cafe Nero, in the cold light of morning, 5:30, 6 o'clock each day. And I broadcast on my phone, grabbing the people that I knew to talk to, who were going in to have a very early morning cup of coffee. People who wandered by on the streets, like Ernie, the window cleaner, who were always there some ungodly hour. That's how Mirador got started. And although lockdown took a lot of things away from us, like the famous Windmill Theatre in London, we never closed. We kept going. And now we have a solid team, knowledgeable, experienced broadcasters, committed to presenting information from around the world to those people in Lewis who are interested. But generally speaking, we are in Lewis, yet broadcast to the rest of the world. It's not a bad place to be. On our team, we've got 2 barristers, a top architect, 3 very experienced broadcasters, a couple of people with different backgrounds to any of those, who sensibly and carefully analyze what's going on, but like some of the major television channels now, offer opinion, get excited, use harsh words to let people know what's going on. I said that it's a watershed. We start broadcasting from the Black Horse on Monday. We broadcast Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and a lot of times in between, whenever anything comes up. We are versatile, flexible. We're able to capture and talk about those things which are important. And our correspondents are widespread. 2 from New York, 1 from France, 1 from the Midland, others scattered around the local area. And not too many people know about us. And that's the next step in the development of Mirador, a television channel that this community should be proud of and doesn't really give a fig. Doesn't bother us. We have got dedicated followers of fashion, people who support us through thick and thin, but mostly we've got committed broadcasters who realize that it takes time to permeate the veneer of a small town and start the process of capturing the world. And we can capture the world sometime in the new year, we'll be going on to the streaming channel Roku. And whereas at the moment, we probably have between 3,000 and 15,000 viewers over a period of a week, or perhaps a bit more, not very many, you'll agree, we go to a potential of, wait for it, 174 million people in almost every country in the world. Now, not all 174 million are going to tune into Mirador. We'd be quite happy with 1 million. But the fact is, this potty, quirky television station, which punches well above its weight, will be there for people to look at and to see reflected how we live in a small town in England, a small town that is unique in so many ways, a small town that is the font of freedom of speech and democracy, something that's been eroded so rapidly by today's uncaring, unfeeling and electronic society. But we're doing it, and we're finding that people like it. I was this evening negotiating to have an input from New York's second largest opera company into this potty little television station. We have a professor who is working with two young men to start a new university, the University of Innovation. And Mirador will spearhead its first satellite from its base in Manchester. Its first satellite, which it's hoped will be set up in Lewis. So Mirador is active in so many ways, supporting the community without having to worry, with all due respect to dog owners and cat owners, lost pussies. We are unique. We are different. And despite the fact that there has been scant support from the Lewis establishment, we keep on pushing ahead and forging a team that would give a run to any of the BBC or ITV. In fact, we have produced 4 or 5 young people who demonstrated their ability to present on television as well as, if not better than, those that you can see on mainstream TV. But Mirador is, at the moment, and we hope that this will change, run by people, all of whom are over 50. I'm 84. And we're doing a damn good job. And because it's Saturday night and I've got nowhere to go, I thought now is the time to start telling people what Mirador is, what it's about. Oh, it won't appeal to a lot of people. Much of it is speech-based. But to those who like to get involved in debate, that like freedom of speech, that like democracy to flourish, we're important. And we're going to become even more important as we go from a few thousand to a few million who can access what we do here. So I say this to my team, and I say this to the community. What we do, you can be immensely proud. You can hold your head up and say, Mirador? Yes. Mirador comes out of Lewis. And you can be justifiably proud and justifiably boast. And we hope you do. They say, look for Mr. Keith's blue hat in Lewis. The blue hat on the mobility scooter. That's Mirador Television. Many of you do comment on my hat and say good morning as I tootle along. Unable to walk very well anymore. So if you want to give us recognition, even if you don't tune in, look for the blue hat on the mobility scooter. Give me a wave. Tweak my hat if you want. But make sure that you do it in the spirit with which Mirador was born and now is coming from puberty into the maturity of a full-scale, full-blown television station. And it's in Lewis, and it's yours. Treat it with care. We have a famous saying when we sign off on Mirador. It's Tiddle pip, tiddle pip.